Hey there guys, and welcome back to Let's Play A Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past for the second time. That's not actually that good of an opening, but we're gonna roll with it because I didn't have anything better to say. I came up with HD remix, and I was like, oh, I'm totally gonna come up with some clever opening every single episode, and it's gonna be funny, and it's gonna be a running gag, and now I can't follow through because I don't actually have anything clever to say. Either way, last time, we are making pretty good pace at about one dungeon an episode. We defeated the boss of the Desert Palace and received all of its contents. Not the boss's contents, but the palace's contents. We don't really care for the boss's contents. I mean, I guess we did steal its heart, but besides that, there's really just a whole bunch of blood and guts and probably a whole bunch of dirt in there, considering what boss we were fighting. But in this episode, we are going to head up to Death Mountain, where awaits the final pendant, the pendant of wisdom. Power? Power sounds right because it's red. But yeah, because I just got courage and blue is wisdom. Yeah, it's power. It's power. We're going for power now. Oh, I ran into a bomb. Bombs can be hidden in the grass. You ought to be careful of that. Rupees can also be hidden. Wait, he gained his health back. Green people should only have 2 health. But when he went off screen, I guess his, sprite reloaded or something. Either way, we're going to take this little shortcut here, which is going to allow us to get right up here. We want to be to the left of the sanctuary, which is where this is going to spit us out, right? So, if we go left here, we'll head to Kakariko, and if we go up, we go into the Lost Woods. We want to head right over here, in between these two places. I tried to bob and weave out of his way. I just can't hit anybody today. Right up here. If you go up too far, well, I mean, too far is relative. Sometimes you want to go up there. There is a pair of lumberjacks who live straight up above us. However, now that we have the Power Glove from Dungeon 2, we can actually lift that up and get through here, and this cave will lead us to Death Mountain. As I'm sure most of you already know, but for the rare couple of you that do not know that, this does not look like an area that's traversable. I realize that. However, it is, because every other area is going to lead you to a pit, and the pit just leads you back to the beginning. Well, yeah, bro, I'll lead you out to the mountain. I mean, I have a lamp in my pocket, but somehow it's enough. Well, not the golden power. I was actually looking for the red power. The power of the pendant that's inside the dungeon at the top. Oh, he does not want to steer us wrong by bats getting involved in such a mad quest, but he's not going to steer us wrong. It's also interesting how slow you run if you run along the wall. How do you know about the wizard too? How is it that I only learned about the wizard and the wise men and everything in the last 5 minutes or so? It's actually not the wall that makes us slow. I forgot. It's the old man. The old man can only go so fast. So we sprint slowly for him. As a you're welcome. A hero with a capital H. I could be a capital H hero. That sounds like me. If I wander into a magical transporter, I will be very careful and I will use this mirror. Thank you, old man. I don't think I've ever seen anything so beautiful that I felt like it was going to absorb me into another world. I guess I was never in Link to the Past, though. Thankfully, the old man, he tells us about the moon pearl from the tower at the top of the mountain. However, that's not why we came here. We came here to get our hearts refilled. Not exactly sure what he does to do that, but I'm not going to question it because it's effective. Try not to take hits from these things. It's completely random. These rots are completely random, and you can try to avoid them, but, I mean, good luck. Ooh, I climbed there, but it didn't end up actually mattering. Okay, let's go. I did not mean to hit the map button. That was my bad. I was just trying to hit buttons in general because I'm antsy. It's actually kind of hard for me to, it's hard for me to sit still if I am bored. I was about to say that it's kind of hard for me to sit still, but then I realized I sit still at, the computer for hours a day. Alrighty, thanks, Horn Man. I am now a bunny. I'm fighting off Pumpkinhead over there and Kirby here. My heart and mind reflects me as a bunny? No, I didn't want to talk to you. I just walked left. Not... Okay, get out of my way, Horn Guy. Horn Guy's picking on little Kirby here. I'm not exactly sure why. Unfortunately, right now, we don't have access to our items, our sword, our Pegasus boots. We have nothing. However, what we do have is a very particular set of skills. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. No, we have a mirror, and it allows us to return back to the real world from whence we came and our form. And we got a heart piece that just happened to be sitting there, so bully for that. You know, I think I will leave the mirror on, but I think I want to go down first, not up. Let's go down over here before we do anything else. This is a multi-level tower with lots going on. However, all I really want here is the key. If you use the magic mirror while in a dungeon, it actually warps you back to the beginning. Extremely convenient for places like that, where all you want to do is rush in, get the key, and leave. Instead of fighting off all the enemies, just warp back out. Oh yes, these guys. Oh, well that was cool as hell. I must admit that I felt kinda baller. Wow, that room just went so well, I can't even believe it. I'm not sure if I want to hit that switch or not, but I'm going to do it anyway. I do not have the big key, so I'm gonna fall down here instead. You can tell whether... So I fell down that pit and it brought me back to the land from whence I came, right? You can tell whether it's gonna bring you to another floor or hurt you by, like, the background, if that makes sense. This is the map, I think. How many floors is this? 6 floors! 6 floors to this tower! So be looking forward to that. However, we can use our key that we got in the downstairs to go right down here. And this is down to a different path. You can kind of see on the map in the bottom right there how the white and red flashing thing is me. And the room directly south of me has no entrance or exit. It's a different part of this floor that can only be accessed from there. So this is one of those rooms where you see how the door is all closed and it looks like it's kind of trying to eat the floor or something. Well, this is a room where you have to just sit here and kind of wait. You don't have much of a choice. But what we're gonna do, you have to avoid all these things, right? If we just come right, well, I mean, that didn't work because I got whacked off. Wow, that is not exactly what I meant. No, what you can do is if you are standing on the switch while it goes up, Link kind of enters like a semi-transparent state where he can't actually be hit. Unfortunately, I got hit by a tile right as I attempted that silliness, and instead I just got super trolled. Wow, I almost died right there. Oh, okay, you can hit the switch 3 times, Link. Sure, why not? Let's boomerang. I think that was a good decision. I think that decision didn't matter, actually. You take a pot to the face. These guys suck, because when you... So you notice how they have pink faces, right? If you just swing your sword at them, not only do they jump and try to avoid you like normal skeletons, they throw bones at you in response, and it's just not nice, because you have to dodge that and try to worry about hitting them. It's just annoying. Either way, now we actually have the big key, so we can finally go back up here, where we're probably not going to have as good of luck destroying these enemies as we did last time. Yeah, I'm dead. I am one dead Link fairy person. Thank goodness I have a fairy to revive me with her pixie dust. However, note that is one death. That is embarrassing. Oh, I thought that was the boomerang, because I forgot that I equipped it. You know, let's unequip the mirror, because that was silly. I tried to boomerang the thing, which I think would have been a good decision. Are these guys weak to boomerang? No. They are immune to the boomerang. Okay, well, that's a safe way to do it at least. Let's try to knock him down the hole. You see how the background of these pits, it's blue with circles, and I kind of wanted that heart. Instead of blackness, that means you can fall down it and it'll all be okay. Also, these switches are nice because you can step on them and change the floor completely, which in this case is required to proceed. However, it also allows you to open up pits from beneath enemies really easily. Okay, on to the second half of the dungeon. We will never be returning to the first and second floors now. From here on out, it's just up, up, up. So you can actually just walk along the wall here. The little, I don't know what that would be, the little paneling along the wall, you can kind of just tiptoe along it for whatever reason. What is molding? Isn't that what it's called? Molding? I don't remember off the top of my head. Okay. Here, hit that. However, now, I mean, we can't get through, right? It's a bad time. Is this a good decision? No. We do it anyway. Wait, no, I don't know how to do it. Never mind. You can actually, like, when you get hit by a bomb, right, you get boosted by the bomb. But you can bomb boost across this. I have no idea how, however. I just know it's possible. Capiche? Oh, I did it! Wow! I made it occur! I don't exactly know how and or why that worked. I think, well, you know, I'm just not going to question it. That is not the proper way of doing that, as you may or may not have guessed. But I could not resist the temptation of trying it. Just for the sake of, I think things like that are interesting. My apologies for being like a sequence breaker in a way. However, we got the compass in the right order. Kind of. I mean, I guess you're supposed to get the compass before you get the moon pearl, but you guys don't get burned? Yeah, we didn't get burned. Sweet. What you can do is you can use the properties of the floor that you fall through, right? To step on this, and then this opens up right here. If you fall down this, it drops you right in front of the moon pearl, and you're gonna have a good time. All these pots here all contain hearts to prep you for the boss ahead. If that's not a bad sign, I think you need practice at reading signs. Wow, that's some serious lead that you get for whacking these guys. And no hearts whatsoever. Well, I guess 6 hearts will hopefully be plenty. We definitely have more hearts than I think most people do when they come to this boss. So you've seen little versions of this guy running around downstairs. This is Moldorm, everybody's favorite boss, who also just knocked me back upstairs. We're gonna try to hit him with charged swings of the... Okay. That's what happens. And that's why they give you a whole bunch of hearts here. Because every time that happens, his health completely resets. Yes. Very well designed boss, I'm aware. I'm gonna try the sword swinging strategy one more time. If that doesn't work, I do have one other strategy I can try. Let's see if we can get him in a little lock down here. That was a poor decision, to run right down there into his lair. That is never gonna go well. How many more does it take? He starts to speed up on his last hit. He'll speed up significantly. So I know he's gonna take, oh, that looked fast. Yeah, here he goes. Ah, get screwed. Get attacked by my sword circularly. So you saw little versions of him running around. He's not the nicest person in the world. But we did it. We received a pendant. I always thought that the little chain coming out the top kind of looked like hair. It is wisdom, it's not power! I knew it wasn't wisdom! I shouldn't have been tricked by the blue! Oh, I was tricked by the blue. I thought the blue was power, but then I was like, well, no, blue should be wisdom because it's blue. And I was trickled. What a sad story. So this thing here, if you read it, it's all squiggles to us. I mean, whatever. However, if you use your Book of Medora and you hold up the Master Sword, you'll get the Magic of Ether. Unfortunately for us, we don't have the Master Sword. So guys, next time on Let's Play A Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, again, redo for the second time, we will get the Master Sword, we'll probably find some more heart pieces, because I'm sure there's many that are available to us now, and we'll probably come back here and get Ether. Well, maybe not next time. Eventually we will, though. So, until then, thank you guys so very much for watching us. watching Is. I almost said it, but I wanted to say this, so, you know, just have a fantastic, go out, multiply, and have a fantastic day.